we come with that heat, we got skip on the.
You just teased our viewers so
Exactly.
bad.
They gotta wait for that. They gotta wait for that one.
Okay. I've been getting excited for UFC in general, man.
That's what we like to hear, baby. Get
But,
addicted. Like you said earlier, he's gonna be pound for pound, probably the number one.
Enough of the talking. Who do you think's gonna win, Kyle?
We're kind of going against each other in this card, dude.
Maybe we gotta put on the gloves, hit the octagon.
You don't want that, dude. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and hit it, Skylar. Hit that.
Ah!
Yeah, maybe cut that part out.
Welcome in, everybody. We are back. We are back. It's been a while, but we are back. Not $1 Million Radio, but the $1 Million Extra is pretty much the same thing. It's Skylar. It's Kyle. We're back at it. UFC 313 this weekend. We got a big card, Kyle. We haven't done this in a while. I guess we only really do it for UFC, but welcome back, man.
What's going on, dude? Last time, our track record's not looking too hot. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But it all changes, dude. They say third time's a charm.
Yeah. Hey, episode 3. Absolutely.
This is it.
UFC 313. Oh,
Threes
yeah.
are everywhere, dude.
Oh, yeah.
How many legs are in my parlay?
A lot more than 3.
3. No, it's 3.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And all of them? I know you said you got a few.
2 of them. 2 of them, 3 each.
All right. Well, now you got to make another parlay to make it 3 parlays, 3 legs.
Oh, we got it easy.
I got one too.
On the fly. Oh, then there's 3 right there.
I'll just put all my plays into a parlay. How about that? That's how you make money, everybody. You just put all the plays that you're confident in or that you're not so confident in, you put them in a parlay, and it always hits.
Guaranteed money, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works, right? That's why they give you the option for same game parlays, because it always hits.
Always.
They're helping us out by doing that.
We're about to be $1 million in debt.
Yeah, so we're not so hot on the picks, but I'll tell you the episodes are hot. The episodes are cooking. You know, little garlic seasoning, little onion powder. You know what I'm saying? Throw in some pepper.
Paprika.
Yeah, maybe a little Cajun seasoning, depending on the dish. But anyways, we're gonna stop bullshitting and get to it. Thanks for joining, Kyle, and thanks for watching, everybody. UFC 313 Saturday night. It is the main event getting capped off with Alex Pereira, the light heavyweight champion, defending his title once again, this time against Magomed Ankalaev.
I say we start from the bottom. I like that fight. It is going to be a banger of a fight, but let's start from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Start from the bottom. Now we're here, scraping our way up.
So Alex Pereira, Kyle, obviously the Dana White says, you know, if he wins tonight like he has been winning, he should be the pound for pound UFC champion of the world. He
Over
says this.
Islam.
He says this would. He said it on First Take. He said if he wins, the keyword like he has been, I think is what he was getting at. But you know, first round, second round knockout type thing against Magomed Ankalaev. I don't necessarily see that happening. This is going to be Pereira's toughest matchup in UFC, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion. Alex Pereira 12-2 in professional mixed martial arts. Magomed Ankalaev 19-1-1. I think Ankalaev is, you know, outmatched on the feet, but his wrestling style, being from Dagestan, he's got that type of wrestling style, 5 years younger as well. Not necessarily sure if that makes a difference in this matchup, but he's going to try to take Pereira to the ground. And that's something that we've seen Pereira kind of struggle with. We saw Yuri try to take him down a couple times, and whenever you get him a little off balanced and you start acting like you're about to jump for his waist for a takedown, shoot the leg, he kind of freezes up a little bit and drops the hands. So Do you see that being a factor for the reigning defending light heavyweight champion?
I see it being a possibility. I see that this fight. No, actually, let's start with King Green. Let's start from the bottom of the main card. We're gonna
What?
build it. We're gonna build up the anticipation. I said, let's start from the bottom of the main card. Build our way up to the main
Kyle,
event.
you just teased our viewers so bad
Exactly. They
right
got to
there.
wait for that. They got to wait for that one.
Okay. All right.
Why would we not start from how the fights are going to go? We're going to go in the order the
Yeah,
fights are going to
yeah. I
go.
mean,
We got to build the anticipation.
it's how we've done the last two episodes, so why change it up now?
That's what I'm saying. Let's get it.
All right, so
King Green.
yeah, the opening of the main card should be about 10 o'clock Eastern time Saturday night or tonight because this will be coming out tomorrow. This is Friday night we're doing this, so this is as up to date as we can get it. And yeah, so we're gonna start with 10 o'clock tonight. King Green, Mauricio Ruffy. Ruffy's a big favorite, Kyle.
I think it's disrespectful to King Green, honestly. I mean, you have King Green, formerly known as Bobby Green. He is a vet in this. He's mentioned it himself how um, him, along with like Jim Miller, have crazy amount of fights in the UFC, and I think that obviously his last performance ended in the first round. I don't see it ending in the first round. I do see this a tough matchup for him, but I think 3-1 odds is absolutely disrespectful to King Green. Um, I don't know if you want me to say my take on this, my bet on this, but I can see King Green maybe going over, either going the distance or at least over 2 rounds. So
Yeah.
we'll get to
Mine
that later on my parlay.
minus 500 is the line for money line for Mauricio Ruffy. King Green plus 360. Like you said, he is a seasoned veteran, is about as seasoned as it gets. This is going to be his 49th fight in his career. A lot of miles, a lot of miles.
Damn!
Kyle got a new mic, everybody. I don't know if y'all noticed or not. That is
Good
a
quality.
mic. That is a mic on
Next
the
is a
screen.
camera. Next is
Yeah.
a camera.
That is a mic on the screen, not anything else. Don't let your mind run, whatever. But
Don't know what it'd be, but it is a microphone.
yeah, King Green, 49th career fight, like Kyle said, lost in the first round is a submission to Paddy Pimblett. A lot of miles on King Green. 36 or 32 and 16. He is 38 years old, 10 years older than Ruffy, who is 11 and 1, 10 knockouts, 1 submission. King Green's got 11 knockouts, 9 submissions. Both of them fight the orthodox style stance. And yeah, King Green's a big underdog, but you say that it's disrespectful, one, and that he should, be able to maybe not go the distance, but it'll be a good long fight,
Oh yeah. I
three
mean, I could
rounds.
see the distance possibly happening, but realistically, if I were to have to put some money on this one, it'd be like fight to start round two, maybe even fight to start round three. Um, like I said, I mean, he's been in some wars, been in some battles. I think the last fight, he's coming back with, okay, wait, why did I just let this, this guy come and just destroy me in the first round? I think he'll keep it scrappy. He'll probably play it smart, play it safe. So that way he's not on another highlight. So
Yeah. The next matchup that will take place Saturday night, Jalen Turner, Ignacio Bahamondes. 14 and 8 is the record for Jalen Turner, 16 and 5 for Ignacio. 10 knockouts, 4 submissions for Turner. He stands at 6'3", 155. And for Bahamondes, 11 knockouts, 1 submission, standing at 6'1". Not much of a height disadvantage in that sense, but what I've seen from Bahamondes, he likes that spinning back kick, and he has very very good timing with his strikes. He is the slight favorite, minus 128 money line. Jalen Turner plus 104. He's lost 3 of his last 4. Turner has, okay, but they've been to very good competition. The one win came against King Green. He did in his last match. He knocked down Money Moicano and like stood over him, wanting that highlight walk off finish. But Moicano got right back up, and he defeated Jalen Turner. He knocked him down, took him to the ground and pound, and that's how the fight ended. So Jalen Turner coming off that loss, I feel like, and especially losing three of the last four, I feel like he's gonna have something to prove in this one.
Oh yeah, I think that Jalen Turner was feeling really cocky last fight against Money Moicano. Um, like you said, he literally knocked him down, walked off. Why would he do that if he clearly wasn't out? I think Money Moicano obviously wanted him to come to his guard because it looked like he wasn't like clean out or anything, you know. So he's probably definitely stunned, but I mean, we know Money Moicano to be a warrior, so he got back up, finished the fight in the second round. So that was a mistake on Jalen Turner. Is he going to come back and try to prove something? Yes. Is Ignacio's hype behind him right now? Yes. I think that this fight could be, call me crazy, the best fight on the card.
Really?
I think this one has potential to be fireworks. Uh, both of these guys, I believe, if Jalen Turner really wants to prove something, he's going to get in these scraps. He's going to try to last. Obviously, that is the plan always to last through these scraps, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But maybe he's going to bite down on the chin guard, the
Mouthpiece.
mouth guard, and mouthpiece, and really slug it out with Ignacio. And I could see this fight even hitting the ground and could be a potential ground and pound in the future. If you're, I like Ignacio in this. I like him. He's got some
Yeah.
hype behind him. He seems like a really good guy. He seems like a crowd would like him. I know Bilal has been training with him. He trains at with Bilal and several other really good fighters. Not saying anything to discredit Jalen Turner, but because Jalen Turner has had harder competition in the past. Ignacio, this will probably be one of his toughest tests, and I think that he'll kind of prove himself. And I think this one will go the distance. I don't think it's going to end early. I think that this one's going to go the distance.
I really like Jalen Turner in this one. I've got a bet down, most strikes plus 115, but I think Turner may be a little more lethal on, if it stays on the feet. Like you said, if it could go to the ground, I do agree with that. Looking at this, Bob Mondes only has one submission to Jalen Turner's four submission
I was about to
victories.
say Jalen Turner's not a punk on the ground.
Yeah,
If it goes to the ground, that's going to be a bad day for Ignacio. But obviously, like you mentioned in the very first clip, both of these guys are lengthy 6'3, 6'1. Is Jalen Turner's height the reason he has so many submissions in this division? I mean, he's a pretty tall guy for this division, 6'3, 155, right? I mean, I think that his height, his length has really helped him with some of those submissions, but he is nasty on the ground. So regardless, I really do think this one has potential to be fireworks.
yeah. Plus 104 money line for Jalen Turner, minus 128 slight favorite for Bahamondes.
Honestly, everyone wins in this. The crowd wins because I think both of these guys are both the crowd likes both of these guys. I know the crowd kind of turned away from Jalen Turner once he knocked the guy down and just walked away. Like, why did he walk away? We don't know. But like you said, he wanted that walk off moment probably, so that's why he did it.
Yeah. It should be a good fight. I'm very excited for I've been getting excited for UFC in general, man. Like I open my YouTube page and it's just nothing but
That's what
reviews
we
and
like to hear, baby. Get
but
addicted.
but this is an exciting fight, but I'm also excited to see Jalen Turner. Obviously I've seen replays of his fights, but I haven't, sat down and watched it live just yet. So getting to see that happen will be pretty exciting. Like I said, lost three of the last four. Think he's got something to prove. I'm going with Turner in that one. Just a slight underdog,
We're
but
we're kind of going against each other in this card, dude.
maybe we gotta put on the gloves, hit the octagon.
You don't want that, dude.
So in this next fight, they switched it up on us, Kyle. This next fight, I think, is gonna be like you said, the Jalen Turner Bahamondes is your firework fight of the night. I'm gonna have Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev as that, but it was also going to be the biggest fight of the night before Fiziev took the place of Dan Hooker, who broke his hand in camp just 10 days ago. Fiziev is taking this fight 10 days notice. This is a rematch from UFC 286, one that was won by Justin Gaethje by decision, I think it was, on points.
Oh
But
yeah.
and Gaethje, he was he's been preparing this whole camp for Dan Hooker, somebody who, is just will go out on its sword. Like these were two guys, Justin Gaethje and Dan Hooker, who were just gonna be bombs away the whole time. But Dan Hooker's also very good on the ground, has very good submission techniques. And so Justin Gaethje's been preparing for that. He's been wrestling, preparing for the wrestling side of things a lot more than just the standard kickboxing striking type. But I think he may try to take that to his advantage this part in camp because he doesn't have to worry about the lengthy submissions of Dan Hooker. What are you feeling in this fight?
Honestly, I wish I rewatched the first fight. I never got around to it. From what I know of it, it was just scraps pretty much the whole time. Um, you had Justin Gaethje. I mean, he's always durable. He's always in the fight. Uh, Especially how his last fight ended. I mean, I don't think that. Um, I always think when a fighter gets knocked out like that, that um, they're going to end up going the distance, or maybe even just like having something to prove. Justin Gaethje being that person. I mean, he held the BMF title. Their first match was pretty close from what I'm hearing, and I think Justin Gaethje was training for a harder competitor. Um, but like you're saying, I mean, I think this one does have potential to just be scraps the whole time. That'll stay mostly on the feet. Both of these guys can definitely take a hit. We saw that. So, but I like Justin Gaethje in this one. I like him in this one. He's been in camp. Obviously, this is a late notice fight, but who's to say that he wasn't already ready for that call or ready for just to be safe and always be ready for the backup. So,
Yeah.
uh, I think Rafael is tough competitor. I think this one's going to be a good fight as well. I mean, I think this card is pretty stat. This main card, at least, pretty good. I haven't looked much in the prelims, kind of slacking in that area, but this main card looks pretty good.
Justin Gaethje 25-5 record, 12-3 for Fiziev, who has a 5-year advantage, 31 years old. Justin Gaethje's 36. Gaethje with 20 knockouts, one submission, 8 knockouts, and one sub for Fiziev, who has a 3-inch height disadvantage. He stands at 5'8". Gaethje's 5'11". I think the fans got stripped of the Dan Hooker fight, but also Fiziev, he's an animal. Like nobody really, I'm not gonna say nobody. A lot of people do, but a 10-day notice on this fight is such short notice to take it. But he hasn't necessarily been in camp, but he's also, in very good shape, stays in very good shape, just ready for that. He has fast, damaging hands. And I think he's going to come out trying to look for that knockout early. He's going to come out swinging early. And I do have a question, Kyle. Maybe you can help me answer this. With the 10 days notice, he lost to Justin Gaethje the first time they fought, but he's a minus 170 favorite in this match. Justin Gaethje plus 138. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's
I think
because
it's just
people
based off
will,
of Justin Gaethje's last
yeah.
fight. It seems to be Max Holloway kind of outclassed Justin Gaethje. Even in the first fight, it was so close. You mentioned that Justin Gaethje or the fans were stripped of the Dan Hooker fight, but I do think the matchmakers did a great job. I think this is going to be
Oh yeah.
a better fight than a lot of people are probably expecting. I mean, you watched the first fight. I needed to brush up on it, but it's pretty good matchup. I think that they're probably just underestimating Justin Gaethje's ability to I don't know, stay in it. Maybe I don't know why he's the underdog. That much of an underdog, I'd say. I understand maybe being the underdog, but that much of an underdog is kind of crazy.
With this being only a 3 round match or fight, do you think it could go the distance?
I think this fight 100% could go the distance because these are two guys that could wear shots. We saw it in the first fight.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard for either one to get a knockout. That's for
Yeah.
sure. And
Well, the
I
thing
don't
is
see anybody
too.
getting submitted either.
The thing is too is like, does Justin Gaethje is his chin weaker now?
Yeah.
You know, probably not, dude. I mean, he was probably exhausted that last fight. Um, I don't know if you saw his clip, but he said he just rewatched the Max Holloway fight for the first time recently until the last 10 seconds. He stopped watching it the last 10 seconds.
Really?
But he thought he was doing pretty well to stay in it and whatnot. So maybe he thinks like, his confidence is there. I think obviously the fans love Justin Gaethje, but we're gonna see.
Yeah. That we will tonight. But moving on to the main events, Alex Pereira, champion, light heavyweight division, Magomed Ankalaev, and we teased the viewers enough, Kyle. We've teased them.
You
How
want
do
me
you
to say who I got?
how do you what do you think the biggest deal for this matchup is? What do you think the biggest, like, all eyes should be on this part of the matchup because that may determine how it plays out.
I mean, everybody knows. Is Uncle Live going to wrestle? He tweeted something about you better be wrestling, ready to wrestle for 25 minutes. He's also saying he's going to stand and bang with him. Which one is he going to do? He's probably playing mind games, just kind of being ready to, I guess, trying to get Alex Pereira on his toes. Like, am I going to have to wrestle? I saw clips from Alex Pereira though, wrestling and grappling, and he seems to be getting up pretty quick. He seems to always get up pretty quick. I think it'll be an interesting fight if it does hit the ground. Do I think Ankalaev is going to ground and pound him? I just don't see Pereira like sitting there taking it. If
Yeah.
he's probably going to get hit a few times. Obviously, these are big guys, so that could change the fight completely if he just gets hit one good time.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of, I hate to say it, I've always been the guy like, I mean, Alex Pereira's going to meet his match one day. See, it hasn't seemed to happen yet. So I'm not going to doubt him anymore. I really liked Ankalaev. I thought like, okay, he's going to mix it up with the wrestling and all that, and he might be forced to do that after he tries to stand up with Alex. But I think that Alex Pereira hopefully will pull this one out. I
Yeah.
like him as champ. I think the fans like him as champ. Like you said earlier, he's going to be pound for pound probably the number one in the world. Islam, or he could be, I guess.
If he wins, yeah.
Yeah, if he wins, he could be. Islam though is, I mean, that's a tough battle right there between those two, being pound for pound the best. But if you're just going off a weight class alone, I mean, these guys are huge. Alex Pereira has seemed to make it look easy. So
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Like I said earlier, one thing Dana White did mention when he said that was if he wins how he has been winning, early ends to the fights, just overwhelming the opponents. You look at Yuri, you look at Jamal Hill, and a couple others that he's had recently. Um, Alex Pereira, man, he's got that kiss of death. All it takes is one touch to the chin, and somehow fighters just go down. They just drop. Ankalaev, I feel like is definitely outmatched on the feet. He's gonna try to take Pereira to the ground. Pereira's, obviously been training to defend the wrestling side of things a lot more than maybe he normally is. Um, I don't think Ankalaev is as fluid as Pereira when it comes to whenever they're standing up on the feet, fighting, punching, throwing combos. Pereira is not somebody that really throws a lot of combos. He kind of just is fluid, stays with it, um, and just picks his shots and picks them very, very well. Um, Ankalaev is going to take him down, maybe once, maybe twice. However many times he takes him down, it doesn't necessarily matter because he's going to have to finish Pereira. I don't think if he takes him down and can't finish him by the end of the round, it's gonna start again on the feet, and
Yeah,
then now you're
exactly.
back in Pereira's world.
Every fight starts on the feet, so that's where Alex Pereira's advantage is.
Yeah, and it's 5 rounds. So, um, if Ankalaev wins, I see it.
It's got to be ground and pound, dude. I mean, like,
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe by points because of the takedowns, but that would be me saying this fight's gonna go all 5 rounds, 25 minutes. Do you see the over under set at 3.5 rounds, Kyle? How do you see that playing out?
I say it going over.
That's plus 104.
See it
And
going over, brother.
And like you said, if he does get him to the ground, he's not going to try to just stay on the feet the whole fight. So if he does try to go on the ground, the fight's gonna drag out. Those minutes are gonna tick away, and we might see it going into the fourth round, the fifth round. So with the line being set at 3.5, I feel like that's a pretty good bet. Over 3.5 rounds plus 104.
I think this is the first time too that a lot of people have been excited to because a lot of fans they don't want to see the wrestling. I think a lot of fans are actually anticipating. You know what? I kind of hope he shoots for a takedown. Well, one, let's see if he stays on the feet like he says he's going to. Then on the other end, if he doesn't stay on the feet, because he's gonna, if it stays on the feet, I feel like he's gonna be forced to shoot. And once he shoots, it's gonna be interesting for the fans. Like, okay, is Alex Pereira cut for this? Is he gonna be made for this? And we'll finally have that answer. Can he wrestle?
Yeah.
Because
All right.
obviously, I think he can.
Enough of the talking. Who do you think is gonna win, Kyle?
Alex Pereira. I've
Is
doubted
that
him
the
too
champ?
much, man. I cannot doubt him anymore.
There's one thing that I said after the Marab fight when he was a plus 230 underdog, when he defended his title against Umar Nurmagomedov. Um, Whenever a champ is an underdog, I will never bet against them. Alex Pereira is a slight favorite, but when this fight was announced a couple months ago, a month or two ago,
I'm glad you're mentioning this.
Alex Pereira was the underdog when the lines opened up.
Mm-hmm. Which
It's
I think is
it's
crazy.
it's swapped a little bit. He's a slight favorite now, minus 115. Ankalaev is minus 105. But he was the underdog for I think until I checked it like maybe 10 days ago. Um, so take that
This,
for what you will. Give me the champ, Poatan, Alex Pereira.
you know what? Yeah, go ahead and hit it, Skylar. Hit that.
Ah!
Yeah, maybe cut that part out.
No, I wasn't leaving that
uh,
shit in.
is it? Do you hear that?
What is
Is
it?
it parlay time?
Oh, I think it is, Kyle. I think it
Is
is.
it hit or miss?
$1 million
Lock or
plays.
drop?
I don't have any parlays. I may take my straights and put them in a parlay just to see,
Oh,
but
you just
uh
buckle down then, brother.
yeah,
You want
go
me to get
ahead.
these two out and then you tell me your straights?
Yeah.
Honestly, so I have a lotto. I have a massive
We'll,
lotto.
we'll save that for the end
Okay, the
after I do
lotto
mine.
is insane. I might just play some of those straight too, just for fun. That one's for fun, purely fun. This one is for serious
Always
parlay.
bet responsibly. If you have not started betting, don't start.
Yeah, especially with us. I mean, just fade us.
Yeah, this should
Fade
not be your
us.
first
Yeah.
FanDuel deposit. No.
So for the parlay, the safer parlay, I have Jalen Turner's fight um, and Ignacio's fight to go the distance. That is plus 166. I have um, King Green's fight to go and start round two. That is minus 280. I think that one's pretty safe. Sorry if you heard the door close. Um, for the last one, I have Alex Pereira rounds 4-5 or decision for minus 118. That totals out to be plus 567. I like that one. There's a 50% boost on FanDuel right now. I threw that in there and it was plus 850 to total out. So do with that as you will.
You said it was plus 567.
567.
All right. And you said you got another one, right?
Oh,
Or is
that
that
one's a
the
lot,
lotto?
a lotto play.
That's the lotto. Okay. So my single plays that I may throw in a parlay just for shits and gigs. Back to the Turner fight. Jalen Turner most strikes plus 115. I feel something in my bones about that one. But back to the rematch of 286, Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev, fight to go the distance. I say yes, plus 110. Like I said earlier, both these guys can take a punch. It's going to be hard to knock either one out. Don't see the fight going to the ground. It's only 3 rounds. It's going to be they're going to be beaten. They're going to be bloodied, but it will go the distance plus 110. And then for the final pick that I've got, we just mentioned it a minute ago, over 3.5 rounds plus 104 in the main event. Alex Pereira defending his title against Magomed Ankalaev. Over 3.5 rounds.
I like it. I like it.
All right,
You ready for this? Are you
let's get to
ready
the
for this
lotto.
lotto?
This is what everybody's been waiting this last almost 30 minutes for. Is this one? What is it? Three
Let's run it.
legs?
Three
Three legs?
legs.
3-leg lottery parlay. Let's
Call
get
it a
it.
tripod.
Okay.
All right. We got King. We got scratch that. We
Oh,
got
we're off to
King.
a bad start.
Yeah, bad start here. King Green money line plus 360. I said it before. I'll say it again. It's kind of disrespectful to put him at this much of an underdog. Next up, we have Ignacio by KO or sub plus 185. And I've mentioned that. I think Ignacio's got some hype behind him right now. Obviously, this is a lotto play. I like the KO or sub because maybe Jalen Turner does want to take it to the ground because he thinks he has that advantage, and he probably does. But that's what makes this a lottery. Ignacio by KO or sub. Um, Last but not least, I have, which there's some reasoning behind this one. Alex Pereira by KO, 3, 4, or 5. Rounds 3, 4, or 5. That is plus 470. This totals out to be 73.72, plus 73.72. The reason for my Alex Pereira KO round 3, 4, 5, I think it will go over obviously 3 rounds. I think this will be the fight where he's testing in his ability to go that full distance. Also, I do think that there's been a lot of animosity kind of built up within the past few days. There was that announcer, or not announcer, but that media guy asking him, "Are you going to send him back to the tire shop?" Alex Pereira didn't look too happy. Alex Pereira looked
No, he
pissed off.
stared him down.
Yeah, looked pretty pissed off. Does that mean he's going to end it in the first or second? I don't think so. I think it's going KO around 3, 4, 5. Total being plus 73.72.
All right. Well, there it is. The lottery. Put $1 on it, win 73. Or just, give the dollar away.
Hey, this one's hitting.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about? We got a couple minutes. UFC 314 looks pretty stacked. Ilia Topuria vacated his title to move up. So that'll be Volkanovski and help me out. Diego
Diego
Lopez.
Lopez.
Yeah, Diego Lopez for the title fight in that one. That's going to be in Miami. And then Paddy Pimblett, Iron Mike Chandler, I think is going to be a banger in the
I think it
co-main.
has potential to be a really good fight for show. That's it. That's all I had to say.
Okay. Uh, anything? There was something else that was going on.
Gene Silva, Bryce Mitchell also on
Yeah,
that card.
yeah.
I think that I don't know if it's Gene's. Keep saying Gene Silva. I'm hoping I'm not getting torn apart saying that ever, which
Yeah. Well,
hopefully
maybe.
are 150 maybe viewers, 100, at least 100
Yeah, I mean, we
viewers
got
for
to
him.
crack 100.
Yeah, we got to crack 100. Hopefully
Got a
they're not going
streak.
to rip me apart for that. But Gene Silva, and which has a ton of hype behind him, and he is fighting Bryce Mitchell, the man from Arkansas. But I
Yeah.
mean, Bryce Mitchell's coming in with some hate, brother.
I was gonna say like Bryce Mitchell is the type of guy that you want to see win a fight, man. He's just such a
Nah,
well versed. He just lives life the right way. I'm obviously joking. I'm
Yeah, I
obviously
don't know
joking
what
when I
this
say
whole. I don't know. Yeah, maybe
that.
cut that joke out, dude. We're gonna have
No,
some
Bryce Mitchell said some
haters.
crazy shit a few weeks ago. If you haven't heard what he said, you may want to go check X or something, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
we're not
you'll
gonna repeat
find
it
it.
here. Why would we do that?
It was yeah, it was pretty wild. But yeah, so UFC 314, that is April 12th. And that'll be in Miami. But here's Saturday night, UFC 313, stacked card, main card should go crazy. I will say that. But Alex Pereira defended his title, and before that, we got Justin Gaethje taking on Rafael Fiziev. And if there was one person that you had to bet on to win their fights in the main card, who do you think you would pick? Just
Um,
off the head, off the dome.
off the dome, I'm gonna have to say Ignacio.
Okay.
I like him, dude. I like him. I like his energy. He's a positive fella. He seems like I watched a few interviews. He seems like a little nerd. It's awesome, dude. He's a cool guy.
Is he part of the nerd
He's not a part of the fighting nerds, from my knowledge.
fighting nerds? No, there is somebody on there. Who was it? I think it was is it Ruffy? Mauricio Ruffy?
I believe so. Yes.
I think that's right. I have to go look into that fight camp a little bit more, but they got a lot of good fighters coming out of there for sure. So yeah, I guess that'll do it, Kyle. Oh, if I had to pick one person to win, I would say Justin Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje, I like it, dude. That's an underdog too, dude.
Yep. Yep.
Skylar's saying, "Bet your money, bet your house."
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you say episode ago? You bet your leg?
Dude, been
Bet
hard
your left
walking around with.
leg.
Yeah, lost the left leg, dude. I'm hopping.
You
Right leg only around here.
got a job at the International House of Pancakes.
Exactly, dude, because I be hopping.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching UFC 313 breakdown here on $1 Million Radio. If you want to check out the latest videos, latest podcasts, latest whatever, get you some merch, go over to mdminds.com and help us
Hit
out.
that subscribe button.
Hit
All
the
right, guys.
subscribe button.
Hit the bell as
Hit the
well.
likes. Milkman, I see you always in the comments. Leave your comments. Yeah, so I hope he sees this one. What if this is the one episode he didn't see? Or she?
What if it's a milk woman? We don't know.
No, it says Milkman.
We're gonna
That
figure
is
it
the
out.
name. But
Thing is, we
2025,
know.
hey, you gotta watch what you
Hey,
say.
hey, this is for the
Watch what you say.
this is for the thumbnail right here. All right, Skylar.
All right, go ahead, hit him with it. Okay, yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
You
Keep
like
those
that?
fingers crossed
Wait,
for the
wait,
next.
maybe we're praying to God right there.
Okay, I like that. I
We're
like
trying
that.
to we're trying to get this third parlay to hit, dude. We're
You know,
third week.
that's some crazy shit to say, Kyle. Praying to God that your gambling succeeds. Gambling is a sin,
I
Kyle.
mean, I just want to be rich, dude. I mean, come on. Lord, help me out. Let me be rich, dude.
All right, guys, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. We'll be back at it sometime. $1 Million Radio coming back next week. Sorry for the 3 week delay, but gotta just take a break.
You got to enjoy life sometimes, dude. You
Gotta-
got to let the hair down.
Yeah. Go get a
What
haircut
hair
once in a
there
while.
is, yeah, dude.
All
Let
right.
it
Once
down.
again, this will be the last time I say it. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.
Hey, be easy.
G easy.
G easy and be easy, baby. Let's roll.